In this video, we'll talk about the differences between a pseudo class and a pseudo element. Now I've got three paragraphs and they're kind of styled like this. So I've got the style in my CSS external file, and it's just basically a border, background color, and just a few things. But let's talk about the differences between a pseudo class and a pseudo element. Now the pseudo class is used to style an element based on a certain state like hover, whereas a pseudo element is used to style part of an element like the first letter of a paragraph, for example, only. So let's demo this in this example here. Now what we want to do, we're going to start off by showing an example of a pseudo class. So we can style a paragraph only if its state is hover. In this case, hover is our state. Now this is going to be our pseudo class, and we specify it after a single colon. So we've got our paragraph, and then specifying now our pseudo class with a colon. We call this hover. So this is going to be the state. So in other words, this is also our pseudo class. Now if I save and refresh, all the three paragraphs look absolutely normal, because what we've done here is we've only used a pseudo class to only style an element based on a state, and that state is hover. So when we hover the mouse over the paragraph, it gets styled only. So that applies to any paragraph, so like this. Now the other example is when we style an element, only a particular part of an element. Now in this case, we want to style only the first letter of a paragraph. In this case, first letter is our pseudo element, and we specify it after the double colon. So in this case, it will be a double colon, and then we give our pseudo element, which is first letter. Now what I'm going to do is actually copy this thing, because I don't want to waste your time by trying to style something. It's not the point of the video. And I'm going to save and now refresh. Now all of them will be styled only by the first letter. So in this way, what we've done is we've used a pseudo element to only style part of an element. In this case, it's a paragraph. So for example, we have chosen our pseudo element to be a first letter, which we have specified after the double colon for our element that we would like to style, which is the paragraph. We've still got both of them happening, so the hover effect is still happening. So we've got the pseudo class which styles the paragraph based on the state of hovering. So when we hover, we get that style, and we can change, of course, because I've just copy pasted the same style, so we're getting some strange looking effect. But you know, this is just for demoing purposes, and I'll leave the creativity for you. And for the second one, we've used the pseudo element first letter to style only a first letter, just like what we have. So I hope this helps you differentiate between both of a pseudo class and a pseudo element, and I'll see you in the coming ones.